Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for checking out Weather for Weather Geeks. It is Tuesday, and it's cold outside. That, of course, is our big story this week. We had a little bit of snow last night, and this was primarily an issue for Columbiana County. Pretty minor snow event there, 1.5 inches in East Liverpool, coating to 1 inch, as far north as the Salem area. But generally speaking, kind of a non-event for most of the WFMJ viewing area last night. That was our Clipper that was scooting by to the south, and now this Clipper is becoming a pretty big East Coast storm. This is the radar. Let me stop the animation, show you the current radar at about 2:15 p.m. today. And it is really coming down hot and heavy along Interstate 95 now, from southern New England back through New York City, down through Philadelphia, and as far south and west as D.C. and Baltimore. This is, of course, the heart of a huge population center in the U.S., so millions and millions being impacted by a pretty healthy snowstorm today. So we're missing out on this, and that is good news unless you're a skier or you just really love the snow. We're not dealing with the travel headaches that they are along the East Coast today. We're just dealing with the cold. These are the mid-afternoon temperatures. Let me plot up the satellite picture as well this afternoon. We do have some sun that's trying to work in as we speak, and occasionally you're going to need the sunglasses this afternoon. But, generally speaking, the clouds covering more of the sky than the sun this afternoon. It looks like my satellite is not going to load, so never mind. I will take off the radar. Let me plot up the wind chill values here, because it is breezy. The wind chill right now in the 2 o'clock hour, 2 below 0 in Youngstown, 4 below down in Newcastle, and it feels like about 0 up in Cleveland, -3 Ashtabula. So you get the idea here. It's near or a little below 0 in terms of the wind chill this afternoon. We do have more cold weather, of course, coming, and I do suspect a lot of us for actual temperatures are going to drop below 0 for tonight. So it's going to be a cold night tonight. And the center of our low, now down across North Carolina, another center out here offshore. This is going to continue strengthening as it pulls north and east, and as it continues to swing up the eastern seaboard, it's going to continue to pull down cold air. And boy, tonight's going to be cold, tomorrow's going to be cold, and we've only got one day coming up where it's going to feel like typical January weather. Otherwise, very atypical for any month of the year, the kind of temperatures that we are expecting coming up over the next several days. All right, let's talk about tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty uneventful day for our Wednesday. It's just going to be cold. Here's the predicted radar tomorrow morning as you get up. Nothing going on. No travel difficulties tomorrow morning. Roads will be fine. It's just going to be very, very, very cold. Could be some 2-hour school delays tomorrow because of the combination of the temperature and the wind. While it's not going to be tremendously windy, the wind chills will be pretty bad. Here's tomorrow afternoon, the hints of our next system out here across the Midwest tomorrow afternoon. I think we're snow-free through the daylight hours on Wednesday. And then as we head towards tomorrow evening and this next Clipper approaches, I do think some snow will spread in tomorrow night. And how much are we talking about? I think this is going to be a general inch to possibly 2 tomorrow night, that's Wednesday night, and first thing Thursday morning. So Thursday morning could be one of those mornings where, it's not going to be a big storm, but it could be just enough coming at the wrong time of day that we could have some slick conditions for Thursday morning. I've got a breakdown of the cold, some perspective on how cold it is, how cold it's going to be, what it means for the winter as a whole on my weather blog. Some of you may be watching this video from that blog, but if you're not, ericwfmj.com, ericwfmj.com. I've got an in-depth analysis here with all sorts of great maps. I posted this morning, and you'll find if you dig through this blog, you'll find all sorts of great weather information that I hope you find really useful, so check that out. All right, our next Clipper that I just showed you a little bit of for Wednesday night, first thing Thursday morning. By Thursday morning, it's weakening. Center's about right in here. And there'll be some leftover flurries on Thursday. Maybe a couple of snow showers that give us some sort of small additional accumulation, maybe another coating, 1/2 inch during the day Thursday. Most of the accumulating snow will be Wednesday night, again, 1 inch or 2. And then as we head towards Friday, this looks like a pretty uneventful day. A fresh batch of cold air around, so while it's going to be snow-free, it's just going to be awfully cold as we wrap up the week. And the isobars are pretty close together in through here. And for some reason, my browser is zooming. That's interesting. The isobars are pretty close together in here, so it'll be pretty breezy on Friday. So the wind chills will be pretty bad. All right, heading into the weekend, we've got a stronger-looking Clipper. This one's tracking farther to the north. This is Saturday's map. The Clipper's to the north, but still a pretty healthy one. It's going to be windy, and I think along our cold front in here, there's going to be another round of snow, and this to me looks like a 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 3 kind of event on Saturday. So we've got an inch or two Wednesday night. Saturday, maybe a 1 to 3 event. Again, just taking a first stab at this. We'll be fine-tuning the forecast with time. But first stab, Saturday looks like a 1 to 3 kind of a thing to me. In the wake of that, another reinforcing shot of cold air for Sunday and early next week. And this one probably will be even colder. We'll talk about those temperatures in just a second. As far as snow, Sunday and early next week, the timing of these things difficult. These are just going to be those little Alberta clippers that come through this far out. They're tough to time. Sometimes the timing on these things can change by as much of it as a day as you get closer. But as it stands right now, Sunday night into Monday could be a clipper. Could have another one on Tuesday. Don't want to get bogged down in the details on these fast-moving little systems that are 5, 6, 7 days away. Bottom line is it's going to be awfully cold. As far as wind chills go, here's tomorrow morning's outlook. Wednesday morning, as a lot of us get up and around, the European model has a wind chill here in Youngstown of 3 below 0. The GFS is actually a little colder in parts of the valley. Has a wind chill of about -9. There's a -13 down towards Newcastle. So our forecast for tonight will feature actual temperatures a little below 0. Wind chill temperatures probably as cold as, we'll say, about -10 on average. So the wind chill will be worse tomorrow morning than it was this morning. Not as bad here, though, as it will be out in the middle of the state. Could be some wind chills down in the -teens out in the middle of Ohio. Let's talk about next week. I mentioned the temperatures and the wind chills will probably be worse. This is next Tuesday morning's outlook on the European model. There's a wind chill of -28 here in Youngstown. Wind chills down to -35 in central Ohio. This is the kind of cold and wind that's a little bit comparable to what we had 2 weeks ago, when the air temperature was -12, the wind chill was -35. We might not get quite that cold here in Youngstown, but might be close. That's going to be our morning, Tuesday morning of next week, that we have to watch for. Dangerous cold, the kind of cold that can lead to frostbite in 10 minutes or less on exposed skin, or exposed skin, uncovered skin, I should say. All right, quick look at the longer range here. We've been advertising that through the end of January it's going to be real cold. And the end of January is right here. Everything left of that line is January, and the black line here in the middle, that's average. So the forecast is below average, of course, through the end of January. And I've been talking about how we turn the calendar into February. Signs are that it won't be quite as harsh, and I still think that's the case. It's not exactly going to be warm, but it won't be as harsh as the rest of January. So around Groundhog Day, Super Bowl Sunday, it looks pretty typical for the season. Nothing like we're having right now with temperatures in the single digits and teens. So something to look forward to. That's weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday. Be sure and watch 21 News tonight at 6 and 11 for a fresh forecast from me. And if you're an early riser, Wednesday morning, Jess will have updates on how cold it feels as you get up and around on a Wednesday. Thanks for watching.